Today on Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of the immune system. You know, God gave us a wonderful body and immune system that can fight off, not only fight off infection and bacterial infections and things like that, but it also has the ability to heal. So I want to talk to you about your immune system and the things that can affect it negatively. First and foremost, we know that your brain is connected to your immune system through small vessels. And as you already know from future podcasts and blogs, if you're following, and YouTube videos, that 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut. So much is coming out about the importance of the gut and the gut bacteria. Recently, I just read an article about suppression of IgA, which is one of your immune globulins that helps you fight infection. And not only that, our immune system also is able to take care of free radicals. And these are damaging things, part of our metabolism that can damage other cells. And our immune system in our body has a way of going in and taking care of those things. So not only does our immune system help us fight off infection, but it also helps us fight off cancer. Your body has an innate ability to heal itself. But back to what I was saying. So suppression of IgA in the gut has been linked to obesity and to diabetes. So the gut is an important factor into being healthy and being whole. But the other key factor to being healthy is our mind. What we're thinking about, what we're meditating on. So as you remember that when we meditate on unhealthy things, when we have unhealthy emotions, those unhealthy thoughts or emotions can lead to physical illness. Things that can wreak havoc on our immune system are things like fear, rage, judgment, negativity, other things like other negative emotion like judgment. Those are some things that can affect us physically. And I know that sounds, maybe crazy to you, but the fact remains when we don't have inner peace and joy, that those kind of emotions, those things that affect our heart and affect our mind, can eventually lead to physical illness. If you remember, I talked about the telomere effect, which is a book that was written by two researchers who won the Nobel Prize. Well, in their book, they talked about telomeres, and telomeres are non-coding DNA on the caps of your chromosomes. These telomeres are involved in cell division, and they divide the cell, and it kind of determines the length of the cell life. Things that can accelerate cell division or cells getting to an old still faster is stress, an unhealthy diet, and not exercising. These telomeres are not following a pre-programmed code that like most of our DNA does, that says I make this protein or you make this enzyme. They're listening to us. So if we're stressed out, fearful, if we're eating an unhealthy diet, if we're not exercising and taking care of our body, our cells can get to an old stage faster and they don't work as well. And that's what we're seeing with many people's immune system right now during this pandemic, is that those who have chronic illnesses, those who don't have a healthy immune system, are not able to fight the infection and they're not doing well. There's many things that can affect our immune system. I just mentioned them, stress, an unhealthy diet. But one of the other things that has been interesting is the importance of vitamin D in our immune system. And much of our population is low in vitamin D. So vitamin D is something that you can take that can support your immune system. We also know that low vitamin D has been linked to depression, diabetes, and heart disease. We know that vitamin D is important in the lining of the gut and important for the immune system. We know that chronic low vitamin D in pregnant women might be associated with autism. So vitamin D is an important supplement that you can take yourself. The other thing is that food is medicine. If you begin to study about foods, probiotic foods and prebiotic foods, you'll find that the food is full of antioxidants. Many fruits can support your immune system. They're full of vitamin C and other supplements, other essential nutrients like magnesium. Most recently, I just read about papaya, and papaya can support the immune system. So what am I saying? We need to help our immune system be strong. And first and foremost, what we're thinking and what we're meditating on, if you are full of fear, anxiety, you're always worrying, you're actually releasing things into your system that's affecting your immune system negatively. It's causing your cells to get to an old stage faster, and they're not going to work as well. So we need to turn around and we need to set our mind on things that are above and wholesome and right. And we need to get this inner man peace. Medical science is showing that when we are settled and peaceful in our inner man, when we're joyful, that we have long life. How much more you and I, who know Jesus Christ, who is the King of Peace, that we begin to set our mind on Him, to believe His word, and to allow Him to give us peace on our inner man. When our spirit is strong, our body will follow. So I encourage you today to seek that rest. Pursue Him until you get that rest. It is His perfect love that drives out fear. And I believe that fear can get into our body and it can disrupt our cells. That's that anxiety, that's that constant worry. And the antidote to it is perfect love and understanding His promises and His love. So that's first and foremost. We need to ask Him, how do we alleviate stress? We need to ask Him about our diet. What do we need? And I'll share you with my little testimony about what He's been showing me. So I have been having some pain and discomfort in my legs and calves, and I have a while. I've always exercised. I played volleyball. I played basketball. I have recently, in the last 4 years or so, been doing CrossFit, doing heavy weights, and maybe doing too much on the heavy weights. I think it hurt my ankles. I'm only about 130 pounds and I can deadlift 200 pounds, but my ankles and calves didn't like that. So most recently, I realized that, exercise is important, but we need to do the right exercise and what's appropriate for us. Sometimes we exercise too much, which can also put negative stress on our body. But I began to realize too that I wasn't drinking enough water. The Lord showed me that. So I began to drink more water. So anyway, I'm improving in my health, but it was something that I ran to Him for and began to ask Him what I needed to do for my health. And I ask you to do the same. What do you need to do? We run after so many other things, but it's right before us. God's given us everything we need. And you can begin to learn about food and how it is medicine to you and begin to make healthier choices. So that's the second thing. The other thing is exercise. Moderate exercise. We know that it's healthy for your cells. It helps anxiety. It actually improves memory in a lot of ways. It's anti-aging to our body to exercise. The other piece of that is fasting. Fasting is a wonderful principle. It's a biblical principle, and we know from medical studies that it extends life, extends the life of our cells. The other important thing that fasting does is when you fast, I think it's 10 to 12 hours, studies are showing that our T cells and B cells actually leave the blood and leave our body system and go into the bone marrow, where they hide for a little while and they become stronger. So fasting actually improves your immune system. So these are things that you can start to learn on your own. I hope this has been helpful for you. First and foremost, I believe that we need to set our mind on things above, and we need to get these heart issues taken care of. These things, these negative emotions, fear, worry, negativity, condemnation against ourselves and others, all of these play a factor in our physical health. Our emotional health is important to our physical health. And I believe our spiritual health, that when our spirit is strong, when we're walking in love, when we're loving ourselves and loving people, that love and that peace and that joy will bring health to our body. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you want to join me on my podcast, there is more information about that. You can find me on iTunes and Spotify. You can also join me on my blog at healthy-mind-body. It's healthy-mind-body healthy, I can't even say it. I'm so sorry. It's a mouthful, it really is. So it's healthy dash mind dash healthy dash body.com. I got it out. I'm so sorry. Well, I hope that you have a blessed day. I look forward to giving you more information as we continue our journey on how a healthy mind leads to a healthy body. Thank you.